Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we're going to talk about the camera features of the OnePlus 9, and we'll also share some tips and tricks to get the best out of your OnePlus 9 camera. We all know OnePlus has made the cameras on the 9 and the 9 Pro in partnership with Hasselblad, and these cameras are optimized by Hasselblad. So we have a primary 48 megapixel sensor, then you also get a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle sensor, and a mono sensor is also included. So that's the camera setup of the OnePlus 9. So let's just go into the camera and show you the features available. So this is the OnePlus 9 camera. So at the bottom you can see different modes. So we'll come to each of the mode in a while. So here we have the option for shifting to the ultra wide angle lens or the regular lens, or you can go with the 2x zoom. So this is the digital zoom. So remember, unlike the OnePlus 9 Pro, here we don't have a telephoto lens. Instead this is a digital zoom, and here you can see there are options to choose some filters available for your photos. You can just choose some filters, so quite useful filters. If you just want to change the narrative of the photos, you can go with these filters. Then at the top you get the timer, flash, those are self-explanatory. The third option is the macro mode. So if you want to shoot macros, just turn on this mode. So this will enable macros on your smartphone. You can shoot a distance of 1 to 1.5 inches. That's how you can shoot. Then we can change the aspect ratio. That's again self-explanatory. So you can also take high resolution images. So just turn on this. You can take high resolution images using the primary sensor. So that's the main option. Now let's go to the settings. So if you go to settings, so here we have the ultra short HDR. So ultra short HDR learns your environment and intelligently blends multiple frames into an optimal photo. So you get the best HDR shot once you turn this on. Smart scene recognition. So this detects the scene, say for example landscape, portraits, close-up flowers, leaves, all those things it recognizes. So scene detection is available. Then you can see additional options are also there. So these are nothing much different. You can see here, you can also see the custom modes available. So these are the custom modes. You can actually rearrange these modes. So these are the options available. So you can actually by default photo is turned on when you open the camera, but you can actually select which you want, and you can also change. You can see here, you can just change the options. You can just drag and rearrange this option. So now I'm just rearranging nightscape near to photo. So if you come back here, you can see the nightscape is near to photo. So based on whatever kind of photos you click, you can actually change these settings. Though that's quite useful feature. So these are settings available. So rest all are like self-explanatory. Nothing much to talk here. Now if you go to the video recording, here we have the ultra stable or the super stable mode. Then we have the nightscape option. So if you're taking videos in night mode, or rather in low light, you can turn on the nightscape. You will get some pretty good nightscape videos. We have also done this nightscape in our detailed camera review, so you can check out that. Then you can see that there is a portrait mode available for videos. So again this has been done in our camera review. So video portrait, you get the blurred background or the bokeh effect for the videos. So you can just enable the video portrait, and it will detect the edges and does a video portrait as well. Now you can see that there are different options here. You can see the dynamic video is there. HDR can be turned on. So once you turn on the HDR, you will get resolution as 1080p and 4K only. So no other options are there. There's just a 30 fps option. You can also shoot in 8K. So you can see here there is an option to shoot in 8K as well. So you can just go ahead with this option. So there you go, you can just see 4K and 8K there. 30 and 60 fps is supported. So you can go with these options. So in 4K you get 30 and 60 fps, and 8K it's 30 fps. HDR option is available only for 1080p and 4K at 30 fps. So these are the options. You can also select the the aspect ratio, and this does not have an optical image stabilization. It has electronic image stabilization, but its stabilization is quite good actually. So these are the options available. Now here we have the slow motion. So slow motion, you can go with the 1080p at 240 fps or 720p, then a time lapse and panorama. Then if you go to nightscape, here again you can see that there is an option for tripod mode, Exposure shots take 8 to 30 seconds. So 30 seconds is what this mode takes. So you need a tripod to get this tripod mode, otherwise some minor shakes also can cause issues with the photo. So that's the nightscape mode. So you can enable the tripod mode, and you can see a starburst is recommended while shooting with the lights. So that's another option available. Then if you go to the portrait, so by default portraits is selected at 2x zoom. So by default it's at 2x zoom, but this does not have a telephoto lens, and as a result 2x zoom, if you take portraits, is kind of blurred or rather not that sharp. So it's always better to take portraits in 1x, where you have to stand around 1 to 7 feet away, and what it does is it gets you better portraits than the 2x or 2x zoom. So since this does not have a telephoto lens, the 2x is digital, and as a result the portraits did not come out really good, but 1x portraits are kind of okay, so better to go with that. So that's the portrait option. And here we also have the pro mode. We have the option to adjust the ISO, white balance, shutter speed, exposure, and the focus mode. And here we have the JPEG and the RAW format, so you can select which format you want. So those are the options, and you get the tilt shift option as well. So these are the options, and you can see that you can also just swipe from the bottom to get all these modes. So these are the options available in the OnePlus 9 camera, and you can just try out this camera and get the best out of your camera. If you still have not watched our camera review, you can also check out that video to get an idea about how the camera performance is. So these were the tips and tricks and features of the camera on the OnePlus 9. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.